Hello, residents and non-residents. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Leaders of University Park Fighting Against Corruption. I haven't seen you all in a few days, and I apologize. I've been a little under the weather. A lot been going on. Let me try to straighten the camera for you. Okay. Today I want to start off by giving our condolences to a longtime resident, Gloria Brookins Barnett. She passed away yesterday. Let me just say this about Gloria. I knew Gloria when I first moved out here 20 years ago. She was running the Police and Fire Commission. Okay. She was an advocate in her community fighting against injustice in the local government. Very professional. And actually, I have a lot of inboxes from her talking to me about keeping up the good fight in University Park and never forget the people. And she was always talking about change in 2019, which means she was not satisfied with the local government. So we're going to see if we can make her wishes come true. And my condolences go out to her family, and my prayers are with her. With that being said, I did a little research, and I want you to really follow me carefully as I put these pieces together. I call them connect the dots. Okay. In Dixon, Illinois, in 2012, the comptroller, I'm giving you this story because of the corruption that's going on in our local government. 26 million missing, and the counter is still going up. I don't say missing, I say stolen. All right. In 2012, the comptroller in Dixon, Illinois, all right, stole $30 million. One person, $30 million, Rita Cromwell. She was sentenced to 19 years in jail, and her theft ring by herself with others, but from the article in the newspaper and researching on the internet, it was just her. $30 million. All right. From 2006 to 2012, this town has a population of 16,000 people back then. All right. She was stealing. She set up accounts. She was taking money out of an unknown account to the mayor and their board. She was accused of moving funds from the city through various bank accounts. Remember this, through various bank accounts, through a series of wire transfers. Remember this. She had bank accounts set up, and she was stealing the money through wire transfers. All right, we're going to put this together for you. She was writing checks payable to the treasurer in care of her name or something, falsifying signatures on checks, all right, and depositing them in these unknown accounts, then withdrawing the money. Checks. Remember this word, checks. She was falsifying checks, getting checks. Now remember, checks, wire transfers, unknown bank accounts. Checks, wire transfers, unknown bank accounts, okay? While she was on unpaid vacation leave, her replacement noticed one of the unknown bank accounts belonging to the mayor and the board, and she brought it to the mayor's attention, and the mayor notified the FBI, and this is how she got caught. All right. The employee notified the mayor, who notified the FBI, and they started to investigate. This is how she got caught. Okay, remember that. Bank accounts, unknown bank accounts, wire transfers, checks being forged and signed, and the person who discovered the corruption notified the mayor. Remember that. All right. Let me break down our situation in University Park. 4 people, 4 positions. The mayor, finance manager, village manager, clerk. These are people that can sign off on wire transfers. And this is why I said this is an organized crime. because you got to have the cooperation. If not a 4, at least 2 to 3. All right. Now, I told you, the 2 trustees who I think have the best interest of University Park. The other 4 are the Notorious 4 and the godmother, which is the mayor to me. So, the clerk, I'm going to put her, she's been a clerk for a long time. Okay, so I'm kind of leaning to rule her out. But the people during 2013 to now or whatever, or when IRH discovered the funds missing $26 million, I'm going to put it on the village manager at that time, the finance manager, the mayor. So village manager, we have, I think, 3. Bola, Lanier, Townsend. All right, remember these names. Bola, Lanier, Townsend. If I'm not mistaken, Lanier came from Madison, Illinois. He was already under investigation for fraudulent activity. I don't know why we would hire somebody who's under investigation, but the mayor brought him in. Brought him in, so you can get the connection right there, right? This person's under investigation for corruption, and then you're going to bring him and hire us, right? Okay, so now you know where I'm going with this. Okay, so we have Lanier, Bola, Townsend, village manager positions, right? D. Jones, clerk position. Like I said, in my personal opinion, I'm going to leave her up out of this. I don't think she's part of this. But I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. All right, finance manager. As far as I know, the finance manager I know that was at that time was Floyd, Sharon Floyd. All right. The mayor is still Vivian Covington. So these are the 4 people. A lot of people who support this administration say, oh, well, we don't know who stole the money because they're trying to cover for the people that they like. But we can narrow it down to 4 positions and those names in those positions. Clerk, mayor, village manager, finance manager. All right, we know who held those positions. So that's with that. Now, okay. Now let's get down to how the FBI got involved in University Park. From a recent article that was in the Daily Southtown, it said that Townsend, who was a village manager at one time, was sending emails, a whole lot of emails to the FBI. All right. And to me, she pulled the lid off of this organized crime in University Park. Now, remember the article I just read you, right? The person who took the place of this comptroller in Dixon while she was on vacation contacted the mayor, right? When she noticed something was wrong. Ask yourself this question. According to the article, Jonathan Townsend contacted the FBI. Why wouldn't Jonathan Townsend contact the mayor, which is the head official in the village, when she noticed corruption within the books in her capacity as village manager? Why didn't she contact the mayor? This individual in Dixon, Illinois, contacted the mayor contacted the FBI. Why wouldn't Jonathan Townsend contact the FBI? Ask yourself that. Now I'm just going to throw this out here. My personal opinion. She couldn't contact the FBI because she may have thought the mayor was involved in the corruption. So you're not going to contact the person who you think is involved. So she skipped past her and went to the FBI. It's my personal opinion. You can put it together the way you want to. All right. Now, this person in Dixon, Illinois, was stealing set up bank accounts, right? Then doing wire transfers. Listen to this. It has been discovered. University Park, government, 80 different bank accounts. 80. Why does a village our size need 80 different bank accounts? You're making a correlation, right? It was just discovered by Irish Report. $1.3 million was wire transferred, not approved by the board. Mind you, these wire transfers don't get approved by the board in University Park. Now, $1.3 million of wire transferred to the Village University Park. Don't nobody know where the money went, right? It was said recently that the treasurer of Will County is suing University Park for that money, because that was an overage of tip. It was supposed to come back to them. Where's the money at? Wire transfer, right? So you got 80 bank accounts. To date, you got 26 million missing and counting. Wire transferred 1.3 million. So my guess is all these bank accounts were used to illegally wire transfer, which is wire fraud, to steal $26 million of taxpayer money. Okay? And that's how I think it went down. The 4 positions I gave you, mayor, finance manager, village manager, clerk, 2 people I still left around from that period where the money was gone, the clerk and the mayor. Like I said, I ruled out the clerk. So the common denominator to me is the mayor. You put it together yourself. All right. Now, let me just say this. We are a predominantly African-American community. From day one, the system in America has been set up for us to fail as a people. The deck was stacked against us from day one since we were brought over here on a slave ship, right? So we made progresses. Some of us are doctors, we're professionals, we're business people. We've been successful financially, but for the most part, as a whole, as a people, we have not made progress, all right? They let a few of us slip through the cracks and enjoy some of the success in America, money-wise, things like that. Entertainers, actors, you see what I'm saying? But we do have black professionals that have made it, and I feel they should reach back to the community and try to uplift the community. That's just me. Now, when you talk about politics, all right, the game of politics, you got to understand this. When America was set up, the revolution, when the British controlled the colonies, Europe, they were sending their criminals over here, right? Criminals. They didn't want them. Get out. Go to the colonies, right? In the New World, America. So when the American Revolution came and they defeated the British, right? They started their own government. It was still the same criminals. Still the same criminals setting up a government. So American politics has been dirty from the very inception, all right? Now, so that's why I say politics is dirty. And you got to have a firm foundation with God if you're going to be an honest politician. Okay, now, let's get to the African-American community. Look at all the African-American politicians that are going to jail for corruption. Mayors of predominantly African-American communities, black mayors, women, female, doesn't matter. The mayor of Harvey just went to jail for bribery, $300,000, right? Come on. Who suffers? The taxpayers. The taxpayers suffer, right? Let me fix the camera a little bit. All right. Like we're suffering now in University Park. We have nothing. Nothing. All right. Our village looks terrible compared to when I moved here 20 years ago. And it only took 2 terms of this mayor to run our village in the ground. The reason I'm doing all this is we have to vote with a purpose. You have to vote with a purpose. All right. Don't just give your vote away willy-nilly, freely, okay? Because she a friend, I like this person, I like that person. Man, when you cast your vote, I hear this all the time. Our ancestors died for us the right to vote. Well, then act like it. Act like it then and don't give your vote away. The mayor went over to a housing complex in our community, Thorwood House, giving away a couple of turkeys. Is that all a vote costs these days is a couple of turkeys? Are you kidding me, right? Couple of turkeys, now the community is ran in the ground. Was it worth those turkeys? Ask yourself that, all right? Politicians do political posturing every election time. It's election time now. Election coming to 2019. They're going to be political posturing. But to me, no amount of political posturing can take away what our village look like now. I don't care what you do. I don't care how many turkeys you give out. I don't care. All right. Now, it's said that the mayor is going to be receiving an award in June or something like that. Award for what? For what? Tell me for what? What does she need an award for? What has she done for this community in the 2 terms that she's been in office? Tell me. I'll give her an award, the best award for running a village to the ground in 8 years. Only took 8 years. 8 years, right? Now, they had a village hall meeting last night. I didn't go because I told you in my last broadcast, I don't go. They had an extra police officer there. Now, mind you, we got the commander, we got the police chief there, they had an extra police officer, wasted taxpayers' dollars, right? Because Paula Wilson, Mayor Vivian come and said, oh, they feel threatened. If you was a good leader in the mayor position and the trustee position, Paula Wilson, you wouldn't feel threatened. The people would love you. So obviously, you know the people don't love you. You feel threatened. Not by me, because I told you I do the social media thing. I'm going to fight on social media and give it to the people real and raw and let you decide. Now, I ain't telling nobody to go out there and do harm to nobody. I'm telling you to do harm come election time by not voting for these people and vote them out of here. That's how we get them, right? So we're going to run them out of town 2019. In the meantime, we're going to be doing our channel, broadcasting, making you aware of all of the corruption and things that was going on in this village under this mayor, under this administration, and they got to go. Now, I said I wasn't going to break up Next Door, but I have to. Paula Wilson is the lead on Next Door. I hear last night at the meeting through my people that went that she talking about, oh, she don't control Next Door. That's crap, okay? They kicked the neighbor off, good friend of mine, neighbor of mine, Mike. All right, they kicked him off, Mike Merrill, yep. Why? Because he posted that it's a nice YouTube channel that he thinks that you all should check out, Leaders of University Park, which is our channel we on now. Guess what? Took him off. Took him off. Ask yourself this, people. Why doesn't this local government want people to hear me? Why? Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to expose them. That's why they don't want you to hear me. They kicked the man off for no reason. Then I reposted it. They let me back on, mind you. All right. I reposted his post about the YouTube, going to the YouTube channel. I asked the people on Next Door, the social media side of the neighborhood, which Paula Wilson runs, what did he do wrong? What was wrong with this post? Do you know some of the supporters of this administration, they conspired to keep me kicked off anyway, right? They wrote into Next Door or the lead, whatever. They sent me email that I cannot repost a post of somebody without their permission. Now, mind you, Mike is a friend of mine. I text Mike and I asked him, do you want me to repost this? And ask the question, why was you kicked off of Next Door? He said, yeah. I put the text on Next Door to show you how our freedom of speech is being infringed upon, right? But Next Door is irrelevant right now, okay? We got the message out. We letting the people know to come to this channel and get it real, all right? So, this is where you can see me. Hopefully they'll let Mike back on. I don't know, but this is where you can see me. Understand this. Our African-American leaders have failed us in University Park. Yes, they have. They have failed us miserably. All right? I'm going to take you on a tour. I'm going to show you our farm. I'm going to show you our pool. All right? When I first moved out here, the farm had animals thriving. The kids was going over there. The pool, excuse me. The pool was open. The kids was going over there. Gone. Why? Corruption, theft, okay? It was said, a lady said last night at the meet to one of the people I know, they told me, yes, we share information, all right? I don't have to be at the meeting because I get it. And one of the residents records it, okay? So we get what's going on. They said that the mayor is losing business because her character is being pretty much assassinated. You can't assassinate nobody's character or reputation. That's built by the individual. This mayor has built her own reputation now, all right? And her character, people always talk about she's not a people person. She's vindictive, this and that. That's what people think about her. So to say that businesses are not coming because we're attacking her character, that's totally false. Because I'm going to tell you why. She had 8 years, 2 terms to bring businesses to University Park. What business did she bring? A drug paraphernalia shop. So to that lady who said that comment last night, yeah, she brought some businesses, a drug paraphernalia shop. And now she's trying to bring a bunch of heroin addicts in right dab in the middle of our village. Don't have the common sense to try to work a deal out and put them on the outskirts, okay? So I don't want to hear that. We not blocking businesses. Mind you, the incumbents, all right, when Nextdoor was created by Paula Wilson, the supporters of the mayor used Nextdoor to assassinate the character of the incumbents, all right, talking about them, rumor, everything, right? Now, all of a sudden on Nextdoor, come this election, the truth is coming out. Now they want to enforce the rules. Oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. But it was fine for Paula Wilson, who was running, and the others to assassinate the character of these incumbents last election and use Nextdoor to do it. But now, since we're spreading the truth about this administration, this mayor, these crooked trustees whose votes been bought, now they want to censor Nextdoor, infringe on your freedom of speech. But it's not going to work. They can have Nextdoor. We're good. Now how many emails I've got so far? Okay. If you want to send me an email, leadersofUP@gmail.com. Keep up the good work, brother. We didn't know this was going on in our community. We can't wait to vote these people out of here. That's what's going on in University Park, okay? Information is powerful. I have an investigative team within our organization, Leaders of University Park Fighting Corruption, okay? We have FOIA, Freedom of Information Act documents, which have been obtained. So everything I'm saying to you, I bag up. You're going to see some FOIAs, okay? You're going to see some FOIAs. Don't worry about that. Mildred Morgan is the head of our investigative department, and she got some information for you to bag up with facts, okay? All right, don't worry about that. So, with that being said, please reflect on Dixon, Illinois, and how I made the correlation to University Park, okay? You got to start thinking. You got to start using the brain that God gave us to think. We can't let people just filter information in our minds and don't dissect it. That's what the newspaper does. That's what the TV, the media does. That's what all these TV shows do. They put these things in your mind, and then subliminally they're controlling you through that process. We have to start thinking. God gave us a brain to think. All right. Now I'm going to leave you with this. This is my opinion only. In this country, there's always have been a separation between church and state. All right. And it's funny how this mayor always wants to quote Bible verses. Okay. 26 million missing, right? But you want to quote Bible verse to the people to try to keep them submissive, right? Pull on their spiritual heartstrings. This is what the slave masters did, right? When they decided to teach us about something, they used the verse in the Bible that they felt that would keep us submissive, all right? You understand what I'm saying? That's how they do. But God wants you to fight up against oppression. The word of God that I read says nothing about being submissive. Nothing. It says nothing about not standing up against oppression and wrongdoing. So when the mayor quotes these Bible verses, all right, at the meetings and things like that, I want to ask, were you quoting those verses to the people that was doing this organized crime in our community? If you were part of it, did you quote a Bible verse to yourself? Quote the word to yourself and then live by it. All right. Look at our community. No, you have not been living by the word of God. Okay. So if you ask me, separation between church and state is not good, because I told you before, if you're going to be an honest politician, you have to have a firm foundation with God. That's going to protect you from the temptation of corruption in the realm of politics in America. All right. So that's just my opinion. I'm just letting you know. So until we meet again, please reflect on the connection between Dixon, Illinois, the process in which this lady stole 30 million, and the process I gave you how it's going down in University Park. A lot of similarities, okay? So if you have any questions, if you want me to present it to the viewers on our channel, you can email us, leadersofup@gmail.com, and we'll try to get your questions on, and we'll try to get some answers for you, all right? So until we meet again, let's keep up the good fight, and my condolences go out to Gloria and her family, and I want them to know that we're going to keep her memory alive and stomp out corruption in our local government. Peace.